Playoffs well underway here in Winchester, Virginia, and you can't expect anything crazier than a national championship rematch in round 2. But that's what we have on our hands here tonight. Shenandoah University gearing up to take on the University of North Carolina, Greensboro for the second time in the last 2 semesters. The last time these two teams met, it was a clash of 2 out of 2 teams remaining in NACE Nationals. UNCG got the better of the Hornets the first time, but the Hornets looking to change the narrative today after a massive win in NACE last night. They look to continue their momentum in NACE. Hi everybody, I'm Chris Clayton. Alongside Ben Kincaid, we want to welcome you back to the booth again, only 24 hours after one of the most electric Smash Bros. Series I've ever been through, and this team out in the arena looking to maintain even a shred of that momentum here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, last night was an absolute banger against the University of Michigan. Last stock scenario in all 3 sets. We went the distance. Unbelievable gameplay last night. Hoping, like you say, to keep that momentum, keep that level of play going here tonight against a very, very powerful UNCG team. Like you say, a rematch from last NECC Grand Finals, right? A national championship on the line. So this is a very interesting and fun matchup that we have here tonight. And yeah, I can't wait to jump into it.
We're back to being Shenandoah fans as well in this booth. Enough mental warfare, unlike last night. But we do have just as formidable of an opponent as last night, if not arguably more so. We can take a look at the bracket here so far, take a look at how we got here and what's at stake. Shenandoah with a crucial 2-0 win over their regular season group opponent in Florida International University, a very, very strong team, especially when at full strength. UNCG also with an important win over Texas A&M International to get us here to this second round. Competing for 9th place, winner makes it to that next round and solidifies top 8, which in NACE translates to Super Conference. So a lot on the line here for both of these teams.
Yeah, the potential for a Super Conference induction is huge, right? For any of these teams, it'll be quite the accomplishment if they win here today. But I mean, both of these teams have been playing phenomenally well throughout their regular seasons, and both of these teams are really good at what they do. So I'm very interested to see how this one plays out with some familiar faces on the other side of the screen for both of these teams. Let's take a quick look at what the group looked like here as well between, for Shenandoah, at least 6-0 in their group. Very commanding wins over everybody in their group. They played so unbelievably well, and I believe they almost only lost like 1 set in total, if I'm not mistaken. So an unbelievable tear from this team.
Yeah, we can stack up these stats of the 2 teams directly against each other here. Like you said, Shenandoah 6-0 on the season in their group, and you said it, only 1 game lost along the way, that coming to their round 1 opponent in FIU all the way back in week 1 of the regular season. Now, on the other side, you may be thinking, that doesn't look right. UNCG going barely above 500. Well, I said tonight determines Super Conference. UNCG is already a Super Conference team. All of those losses coming to other Super Conference teams, right? That's the structure of NACE, so don't get caught up in these numbers. Very, very respectable losses to teams like Winthrop, Oakland, just to name a few. Very strong Smash programs. So, 2 very formidable opponents here matched up into each other with a lot on the line, but Shenandoah, namely, having the best season in NACE that they've ever had.
Yeah, by far a wonderful performance, the best performance that we've seen from this team. Let's take a quick look at what the players for each of these teams look like. The expected starting 4 for UNCG here. Swift Baby on Yoshi, that ditto into Igloo's Yoshi. Chugs on Hero. Pika Pika on Sephiroth, and Dothia on Mr. Game & Watch. So some pretty powerful characters coming through from this UNCG lineup. And if I'm remembering correctly from the Nationals, Chugs, this hero, is a demon. Very, very strong player.
Yeah, all of these players extremely talented, but Chugs very much, in my opinion, at the top alongside Endothia, to the point where it's kind of a question, right? Shenandoah absolutely has their hands full tonight, and whether we see Endothia or not, I think is somewhat dependent on the performance that SU is able to put up. But across the line, we've got the same lineup. The lineup that we've come so used to here at Shenandoah, with our usual starting four: Igloo, Kip, Willie, and the recent introduction of Eyes, who has made his presence felt on this Shenandoah roster in recent weeks. Been a lot of fun to watch, right? There's a lot going for this player that has very much earned the respect of the rest of the team. But again, this whole team now having their hands full with probably one of, if not the best team they've played all semester long.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an incredibly close matchup. You mentioned some of the new faces that we see, right, with Eyes on this Palutena surging through into the starting spot in the last couple of weeks. Has been playing pretty consistently, but hasn't been able to have a massive stock impact that we have seen from some of these other players. So some adjustments possibly to come through from Eyes of just aggression, kind of approaches. We know that the Nair from Palutena is very, very strong and a very good juggling mechanic, but they've struggled to kind of put those chains together. So if Eyes finds another gear here tonight, I think UNCG could possibly be in some trouble.
Yeah, Eyes never exactly the statistical anomaly on this team, taking, 6-7 stocks, but like it's the stocks that he does take so far have been extremely important stocks, and that has become the strategy for Shenandoah. And that's something we got to see in real time just last night as the team sort of experimented where to put their pieces and sort of get uncomfortable moving pieces out of their usual spots, but to create results that other players could not find. And we saw the value develop over those three sets. Kip moving toward the later end of the lineup and finding significantly more value into matchups that only were possible because of the stocks taken by Eyes and Igloo combined. So, enough about last night. We are prompt in this building. UNCG not looking to waste any time. Shenandoah not looking to waste any time, and we're huge fans of that. Let's get this thing underway with Pika on the Sephiroth going into, again, an Igloo start.
Yeah, Igloo start will be the response, possibly trying to avoid the mirror matchup up against Swift Baby on the Yoshi. So maybe not something that Igloo is wanting to go into, but thus far into the Sephiroth has been putting up good numbers so far. 104%, good strings, and Sephiroth struggling slightly to approach Igloo on this Yoshi.
Yeah, and something I will be the first to tell you, Igloo does not like the Yoshi Ditto. It's something that's given him trouble multiple years in a row now at Supernova, our local major, which I guess is an oxymoron, but the major that Igloo has been able to attend the last multiple years. He's been knocked out the last 2 years by another Yoshi, and it's caused him problems. I know it's something he does not love. So this is a bit of a gamble here from Igloo to start Yoshi blind into whoever UNCG was feeling in the moment, but gets away with it for now, gets the Sephiroth matchup, which I think is more favorable probably than into Yoshi. But so far, after a strong start, from Igloo, Pika really starting to take control and cover a lot of space with, we know how big that sword is, and it's causing Igloo some problems.
Yeah, we'll be able to find that stock off of Pika, but a lot of extra credit built up on that first stock as well. 87% now, almost losing that second stock early on as well at around 63%, but Pika was unable to find that kill, and now here comes the potential ledge guard. The up air will connect, but won't be able to find the kill. A quick approach, but not able to throw out any move in time is Igloo to keep that fast chase alive, and that'll be the second stock already gone off of Igloo's Yoshi.
Yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far from Picamare, because Sephiroth's a strange character. He's a DLC character, and that usually means that he's a really good character, right? It's pretty widely regarded that all the DLC characters are just kind of stronger than their non-DLC counterparts. But Sephiroth kind of has been the exception to that. A lot of people struggling to get on the hype train for Sephiroth, and a lot of it boils down to, oh no, Igloo going a little too far off stage and losing that stock of his own will, unfortunately. But Sephiroth, a character that just kind of dies. He's like top 5 lightest character in the game, which really seems counterintuitive, but that has been an Achilles heel for this character. But so far, Picamare not letting that be known, as Igloo unfortunately succumbs to the moment and only walks away with 1 stock.
I mean, Igloo started off really strong into that first stock, but Picamare was able to turn that around, find that first stock, and a lot of extra credit on that on their third stock as well. And at the end of the day, just seal it, surviving with 2 stocks of their own. A lot of the counters coming in on very pivotal moments, a lot of up smashes blocked. I believe there was an up air in there as well that was also blocked by a parry from Picamare, so able to avoid a lot of the damage and turn that around into some damage of their own, and a strong ledge guard presence as well from Sephiroth. I know the sword has quite a lot of range in those aerials, so you have a lot of safety when going for some off-stage attacks, and it's hard to kind of gauge, all right, how long is this sword? Because it's not it's very deceptive when playing up against a swordie.
Yeah, and Sephiroth, I mean, you said it. That's kind of the one thing that makes up for how easy it is to kill a Sephiroth. It's that Sephiroth never really has to get very close to you. But in the right hands, somebody who's able to really maximize that range can be so annoying to deal with, and so far we are seeing that from Picamare. It can be hard to execute on Sephiroth, but so far Picamare making it look relatively easy, and that does, I have to say, scare me a little bit as we see Eyes come in to try and deal with this Sephiroth. Just what we've seen from the last couple days and week or 2 of competition that Eyes has been a member of this team, it can be hard for him to get in to some of these enemies, some of these opponents, and take stocks. And in the hands of a good player like Picamare here, I feel like Sephiroth might be able to keep Eyes at bay, and unfortunately Eyes gets caught in his shield. That down smash does a lot of shield damage.
Yeah, the shield break coming through, that's a lot of what we saw last night against the Byleth as well. 2 shield breaks coming in from that player to secure stocks. 1 already here tonight with Picamare. So we'll have to see how Eyes is able to recover. Right now, doing a good job at kind of avoiding the extra credit, trying to get this stock out of the way, and will be able to do so. The grab and vulnerability running out in an immediate tech situation that Picamare was not able to find.
Yeah, that was a wild hitbox on that side B. Getting the stage spike, no less, unfortunately, for Picamare, not able to react in time. So, Eyes on the board, and that's, again, one of the things that Eyes has somewhat struggled with the last couple days. So, already improvement from this player, very much showing up and competing here, taking his first stock. Again, it's going to be hard to do into a Sephiroth if you can't find your windows, but Eyes not shying away from the moment. Now up to 90% though on his second stock, and again you're seeing the oppression from that sword, these back airs, the forward air that we saw send Eyes off stage, a raw down smash coming out and hitting the shield, but not breaking it just yet. Eyes not, oh my god, spot dodge up smash, or up tilt, excuse me, almost just taking that stock. Look at that hitbox.
Yeah, I mean, a massive hitbox, able to find the second stock off of Eyes. Now Sephiroth, Picamare down to their last stock, of course, 45% built up, but right now just trying to go for some combinations there on that chase, but could not find anything. A lot of end lag. The forward smash unable to find the kill, and Sephiroth with a pretty solid recovery with a large hitbox that can help them avoid some of those two-frame situations that we often see Palutena go for.
Yeah, something about Sephiroth is that he can charge his up B to do that Octo Slash move, but if he lands on the ground, oh man, that was close. If he lands on the ground, it has one of the worst end lags in the entire game. And we just saw Picamare do that twice. Oh no, Eyes going for the counter, and it will cost him his stock. Picamare still on stage and causing problems for Shenandoah, but getting a little comfortable there at the end, and Eyes almost had it with that forward smash. I'm very surprised that didn't kill for how light of a character Sephiroth is, but not enough, and that means Picamare will continue this run into Shenandoah's third.
Yeah, Sephiroth able to survive with around 100% left on that last stock. 2 players off the board on the side of SU. Kip and Willie, the last 2 remaining here for this SU squad. I mean, both of these players that remain for SU are very capable of going on runs, but when you look at the depth of UNCG's roster and you're only on their first player right now, it feels very, very difficult. I mean, we still have a Yoshi, a Game & Watch, and a Hero. A Min Min is also in the wings as well, as needed by UNCG, and we know that matchup is not phenomenal for any of Willie's character selections either, so UNCG looking very, very poised to take this first set already with 2 players left for SU.
Yeah, starting to get out of hand here pretty quick, but again, if there's a shining light, we did just see Willie last night be able to take care of a Min Min shockingly easily, which really doesn't make a ton of sense on paper. You know, he made the switch to Terry off of Kazuya, which still is not much better, but it was enough in the moment to put Min Min off their game, and he forced a 3-stock in that situation. True. So Willie, no stranger to just sort of putting opponents on the back foot and making them uncomfortable, sometimes forcing them to make decisions that they would not normally do, but it would take a lot to come back in this set already. Certainly not off the table, right? A score of 10-6, 4 stocks separating these 2 teams, which I believe was the same stock line in set 2 of last night when Shenandoah did miraculously come all the way back. So I can't rule anything out, but again, this UNCG team, already a super conference team, very, very talented roster, very, very strong depth. I do fear for the rest of this set for Shenandoah, I have to say.
Yeah, right now, Kip trying to get this stock out of the way. A quick grab to come through with a nice aerial chain to boot on top of that. Right now, untouched is Kip on this Pac-Man, just buying some space, waiting for their opportunity to strike. A Galaga tossed out yet again, but unable to connect. So now with 73%, Bell in hand, a potential kill opportunity. We'll just go for the F smash off rip into the shield, but won't be able to find the connection there. But right now, Kip looking very, very strong into this Sephiroth.
Yeah, it's great news for SU as they will land the bell again. Sephiroth on the far side of the stage does just die to that. That's the good news about going into Sephiroth. So Kip taking advantage of it. Finally, the Sephiroth off our screens, but it does mean that UNCG will get their pick into this Pac-Man, something that I'm sure SU was somewhat hoping to avoid by investing those first 2 players into Sephiroth.
I feel like Willie just cast like 5 spells. I don't know if you saw him just like
know what that was.
Flailing his arms around a little bit there. So yeah, the Sephiroth off the board now. UNCG have to put in their second player. Not sure who that might be. We know that Igloo has a lot of experience into Yoshi, or Igloo. Kip has a lot of experience into Yoshi because of Igloo's Yoshi. So definitely a matchup that Kip is very knowledgeable about and could feel confident going into. But some of these other characters are kind of just great characters in the game that we don't see a whole lot. Some rare characters in Hero. Game & Watch, while a popular player, is hard to play at a very high level because there's a lot of stuff that you can do with a Game & Watch, and especially with how light that character is, has a lot of kind of positioning tactics that you have to really nail down to play a character like that at a very high level.
Yeah, and, we'll see. Oh, wow. All right.
There you go.
This is a surprise for me, but it looks like it will be Endothia coming in for UNCG. I was not sure if we would even see this player here tonight, but that's the response for UNCG. So we're going to get right into it. A very talented, brand new addition to this UNCG squad from their national championship winning squad just a semester ago. A very threatening addition to an already threatening team, and now we get an opportunity to see why.
Yeah, already 80% built up, but Kip doing a great job as well to find some good percentage build up on to the Game & Watch, right? A pretty even first stock here for both of these players. The bell in hand, that'll be one stock off the board already with that one landing on that recovery, and up smash into a down smash as well coming through from Game & Watch, just trying to secure this stock as quickly as possible and not allow for any extra credit for Kip.
Yeah, Endothia playing very fast, very threatening. Going, look at how deep! Endothia willing to go to try and secure that stock, but still not enough. Pac-Man with one of the most annoyingly consistent recoveries in the game, and so many variations. Look at this, opting to recover high just because he can, and still had plenty of recovery options if he needed them. Wow, able to forward tilt that, or down tilt that bomb away. Might have lost his stock without that, but grabbed it out of his shield. Game & Watch without a kill throw, but still very strong throws. This time Endothia waiting to go off stage, and Kip takes advantage, actually gets Endothia off stage. And we'll see now. Endothia getting a little high percentage, dash attacking to catch the bell. That's insane to me, but ultimately doesn't get much value from it in return.
Yeah, another very big extra credit opportunity here from Kip. In kill percentage is Endothia here on this Game & Watch, but also a very high percent for Kip, trying to survive as long as possible to see if you can pull off a potential 3 stock, right? We've seen the combinations from Kip able to put up a lot of damage very, very quickly, so it's definitely on the cards, but still very, very dangerous to try to approach a Game & Watch at this high percent.
Yeah, but I'll say it. I mean, this is huge for SU. The fact that Kip is not dead yet and has Endothia up to 150% on their second stock, excuse me, this is shocking, in my opinion. It does miss the grab and will die for it. Pac-Man with a very, very long end lag on that grab if it misses. So Endothia more than willing to take advantage. Can't take advantage that time, but does land a grab, and now will get some damage, but drops the combo on the platform. Kip, again, very close to taking this stock, but an opportunity for Endothia to do the exact same thing Kip just did, holding onto this stock for an obnoxiously long time and getting way too much extra credit for it.
A lot of extra credit built up here for Endothia. Another recovery. Down smash is there if needed. The forward air will be able to find the hit yet again with that bomb. The last trampoline hit is needed. A grab, back throw, that will be able to find that stock, but Kip taking so much extra credit from Endothia means that this stock could be in jeopardy here for Kip.
Yeah, this has been wild so far. Pretty back and forth, a lot closer than it was just a minute ago when I was hyping Kip up, but still, I have to say the fact that this is even close is very impressive to me. Kip doing a great job to, okay, we're fine. Avoid trouble with the bucket as well. An incredible tech there, but does go down to the down air. Endothia going for 2 side Bs, I have to mention, after both of those stocks were taken. So maybe a bit of mental warfare coming out here. Not sure if it's getting to either player, I have to say, but something to keep an eye out for maybe the longer this goes on.
And Bell getting tossed out yet again here from Kip. A very dangerous percentage again with a very light character. Can die, but this juggle from Endothia, very, very strong. And here comes the fishbowl into the back air, the turtle. Another kill option in the air that Game & Watch is able to play with, but we'll have to see if Kip can survive. Right now, this could go either way, frankly. Both very, very close on this last stock.
Yeah, pretty much even percentages using the hydrant to extend that grab hitbox. Again, not getting much value from this bucket is Game & Watch, but Kip almost losing the shield, again avoiding the up air out of the trampoline, but now again Endothia in a position to potentially take this stock. The forward tilt, not enough, so we go back to the neutral B. Kip able to get through that one, and we're back on stage. Kip staying in it, getting some percentage of his own. Forward tilt goes wide, but that up B hitbox is huge. Kip able to land a down air though, get Endothia back off stage, has an opportunity, they trade blows. Bell comes out, re-grabbed. Will it be enough? The up B armors through the Bell. Kip's still alive. Not going down yet. The hydrant up top. And he does take the head-to-head. How about it from Kip?
Kip surviving with one stock there against Endothia. Now it's 6 stocks to 4 in favor of UNCG. 2 players off the board. SU staying alive. We saw Willie go 7 stocks yesterday against the University of Michigan. Know that this player is very capable of doing that, but Kip now has the opportunity to put Willie in a great position, surviving with 1 stock, able to take the Game & Watch off the board, which can sometimes be a pretty hard matchup for Akasia or a Terry, just because of how small this character is. It's hard to continue combination chains with Akasia or a Terry. So we'll have to see who comes in now for UNCG to clean up this last stock for Kip. But yeah, I mean, Min-Mid, Hero, Yoshi, the last 3 available for UNCG.
Yeah, and Endothia not playing a bad game either, but Kip just able to really keep up, especially in the off-stage interactions. Kip never waning at the all of the options that Endothia was throwing out. Kip very comfortable in his mobility and able to get that last hydrant off at the very end. How about it? Very impressive showing there from Kip. And now, unfortunately though, here's your reward. It will be Chugs on the Hero, this player who just a semester ago in the National Championship took full control of this series, and Shenandoah could not find much of an answer for.
Yeah, Chugs is going to be the response on Hero here from UNCG. You mentioned them from the National Championship just last semester. With how good this player is, right? Very, very prominent, very good, and posed quite a problem for SU in that championship series. So we'll have to see if it has the same effect. But right now, it looks like it is 91% already built up on to Kip's final stock. Key in hand, reflect into an immediate grab. Will miss on the forward air. So Kip able to stay alive for the time being, but still you can see all the tools that Hero is able to play with.
Yes, namely bounce. You saw that Hero got the reflector there, and that's such a problem for any Pac-Man to deal with. And sure enough, Chugs, no exception, does pull the bounce, and all of a sudden Kip really can't do anything for like 20 seconds or however long that lasts. And it's enough for Chugs to take advantage and take that stock. So 3 stocks remaining for Shenandoah. It will be Willie going in last. I'm confident on, again, either his Kazuya or Terry. I guess I am curious which one he'll opt to pick this time around, but a long road ahead as it is. I say only 6 stocks compared to last night, some of the runs we saw this player go on. But again, tonight it just doesn't quite feel the same with such a talented roster ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, a very, very powerful team in UNCG. It does look like it might be the Kazuya to come through from Willie. Is hovering, has the character selected right now, but can, of course, opt out of it as they are still in the character selection phase of this next set. So we'll have to wait and see if that is the answer. I would expect it to be, just because, I mean, I feel as if Terry goes better into some of the matchups that we saw last night. And granted, there is a Min-Min on the side of UNCG, but Willie might just feel the need to get the Hero out of the way and see what they can do into the next player, right? Hero, I think, is the name of the game right now, and I think that is why the Kazuya pick is coming through from Willie.
Yeah, and we also tend to see Willie opt to try the Kazuya once, and if it's not feeling right, then he'll switch to Terry. That's exactly what we saw last night, even with the Min-Min, right? We know how bad that matchup is, but Willie tried it anyway, said it didn't go his way. He knew other matchups were maybe a bit more Terry favored, but he still tried the Kazuya once. So this doesn't totally surprise me. Again, yeah, he's got 2, maybe 3 sets to work with. He's going to try the Kazuya, which I definitely think he's more comfortable with, just objectively, and see what he can do, see if he can keep it close, and depending on how close it is, it might stay Kazuya the rest of the series, but we'll get there when we get there. He's got 3 hero stocks to get through first.
Yeah, 3 hero stocks or 3 massive stocks for UNCG, right? So we'll have to see what Willie, the anchor of SU, can do here as we load up into this even 3 stocks to 3 stocks matchup between Chugs and Willie. Already we can see Willie trying to find a grab, an electric, whatever it may be, but already you can see how good Chugs is with this character. 51% already built up in the air.
Yeah, and again, it's so much based around all these buffs that Hero can give himself. Look at the scoop on that one. Willie able to air dodge out of trouble on that one and gets the zoom as well, or I think is the name of that one. Almost killing with the forward air, but the speed becoming overwhelming. Now Psych Up on the board, so this next hero attack is going to hurt real bad, and he does catch the snooze on his recovery. So Chugs showcasing quite a bit and finding a first stock here without much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Chugs already only 44% built up on this first stock as well. An electric connecting, but can't be channeled into anything else. Psych Up available yet again. The sizzle range coming through as well. Another snooze getting tossed out, but won't be able to find that one. But still, so much damage. I mean, 105% already built up on the Kazuya's or Willie's second stock, which is now gone now. SU down to their final stock in this first set.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye. I mean, part of the problem is how floaty this character is. Hero just sort of bouncing around all of these options, and Willie able to just get a random shoulder charge in there and get rid of that stock. He is now on the board. But again, I mean, look at this. He can just jump and read his menu, take his time, almost losing that shield to the Flame Slash there, but not going down just yet. Again, just jumping and reading the menu, running away to the platforms. This hero has full control and can do really whatever he wants right now, including jumping out of his menu and just forward airing you. So many options there, so hard to get through, and Shenandoah can't find the answer just yet, and set 1 goes in favor of UNCG.
Yeah, set 1 done and dusted. Chugs in full control of those last couple of stocks on SU's side. 4-1 goes Chugs in their first appearance here tonight. But man, just looking at that matchup against the anchor, you got to feel that Chugs is going to be a massive problem, and they have to figure out how to put the right piece up against Chugs and how they can get rid of those 3 stocks. Because right now, I mean, it feels like Chugs is the final raid boss here tonight for SU, and taking full control was that player.
Yeah, and it's not often you see Willie walk out with 0, because so many times Willie does some sort of bail out the rest of the SU roster. But that's not on the table here tonight. You cannot expect Willie to go in and take 3 or more stocks, especially with this player sitting in reserve. So SU, you said it, is going to have to really do some digging and find somewhere deep that they can take down this hero player on top of all of the other talent on this roster. Might mean moving pieces around, might just mean finding a bit more success in those early stocks, right? Igloo having a rough first go, and Eyes only finding 1 as well. Maybe if you're SU, you're thinking we can perform better than that into the same matchup, but hard to say, right? You only know if you're out there. I'm sure they're doing some serious talking and trying to figure out what it's going to take this team down.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's a swap-up of Igloo and Kip, because we saw Kip go into the Sephiroth and took care of that stock very, very easily, right? So maybe there's a switch up there to get the Sephiroth off the board so they can't go on a run, and hope that you can put Igloo in a scenario that doesn't have them fall into a Yoshi Ditto, and be able to go up into some different characters as well that Yoshi might be a little better matched up into. So maybe there's an avenue that we go back to the Kip start, but we'll just have to wait and see what goes through and what the conversation is between the team right now, as they no one has sat down, no one has kind of picked up controllers yet. It still says that Willie is starting, but of course that's not going to be the case here, as they are our true anchor of this team. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the response is, what the change-ups are, but that's something that's kind of on my mind.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Kip maybe move back to the starting spot, because again, that just is what this team is used to. You're back sort of against the wall here with, this is a single elim bracket. Now down one set, this is kind of it for Shenandoah. If they don't win these next two sets, their NACE season is over for this semester. So, might mean resorting to something drastic, might mean returning back to normal, because again, the Igloo start is not normal for this roster. Hard to say, right? I see answers for both, but now we did just have our reveal, and it looks like both teams making a bit of a change here. Willie will be the starter for Shenandoah again, backs against the wall, and he gets to deal with these 3 Game & Watch stocks, as Endothea will be the one to start as well for UNCG.
What a mix-up, right?
Yeah.
Willie going in to start. Maybe this is the conversation, a mock convo from Willie. I don't want to play Hero again. That did not feel good, and possibly that they think that they can go on a run against some of the other players here against the UNCG to propel SU into a substantial lead, and then have 3 players to possibly answer into Chugs, into this Hero. So I kind of like this switch up just to see what Willie can do on the front end and see how well they can prepare and set up the remaining 3 players of SU. But going into Endothea on the Game & Watch is another tough matchup for Akasia. Yeah,
the things I'm seeing right now are, I think, one, Endothea's pride might have taken a blow in that one. I mean, we saw him doing some pseudo-taunting after taking stocks, did actually just lose the 1-1. So maybe thinking, hey, let me back at him. Let me see what I can do. But on the Shenandoah side, I think a lot of it also boils down to the Hero Pac-Man matchup is scorched earth, right? Mm-hmm. Cannot touch that. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the idea from Shenandoah is, hey, we're going to put Willie in now, and we have full confidence that Willie will 1v1 anyone on this roster other than Hero, maybe, and beat them to force Hero to come in early so that Igloo can go in and be the one to take down Hero. And then we let Kip be the anchor as long as Hero's off the table. That's kind of the roadmap that I'm seeing from Shenandoah. We'll see if that's how it plays out, but that strategy completely dependent on Willie getting out of this matchup. So Endothea looking to make up for some lost time the first time around, losing at the hands of Kip's Pac-Man, and now in some serious trouble against Willie, but able to just barely tech and roll away from Willie's up B.
Is able to escape a potential kill.
Oh my god.
Not that one. That's one off the board from Endothea on this Game & Watch. Willie up to the start that we all need from this player, right? If we want to try to take a set here off of UNCG. Of course, 103% already built up could pose a problem if they get hit by any of these Game & Watch moves. Wow. The forward air will be the one to do it. Willie already down 1.
Yeah, now in a bit of trouble as Willie did lose that rage drive, and all of a sudden what was a pretty commanding first stock has evened out quite a bit. Does find that command grab, but not the enhanced version. Can't quite get the timing on those iframes either. Forced to air dodge back in and recovers low, but gets back to the ledge. Endothea is still very much in control, opting to recover high and falling with the aerial. Gets caught. There's no platforms to bail him out of this one, and Willie takes a second.
Yeah, second stock already off the board, but this is exactly what we saw in that first stock, right? Willie has to escape with 2 stocks remaining, right? If you can go into another matchup here later on and lose 1 and take 3 again, you've already set up SU for a slew of success, but you have to survive with this stock still remaining. We'll be able to get back to that ledge. The chair will be found, and that'll be 2 stocks already off the board of Willie's Kazuya.
Yeah, recovering with that nair as well, interrupting the down smash, and now Willie in a bit of trouble, eating a lot of damage, does take 2 more up airs to boot, but shields the dash attack, and now Willie has an opportunity. Oh, misses the electric timing, gets it the second time, but the back air does not connect. Almost 100% now onto this Kazuya, and getting hit by the up B is always going to put him in danger, so Willie struggling to find his way back in. Rage Drive back online, and with 1 or 2 more hits, it might kill. I don't think this will. Oh my god! Okay, excuse me. My fault. I was not a believer. Looking at the camera here, we got a little sneak peek. I don't think Willie thought that would kill either. But hey, we'll take him where we can get him. And Nothia once again coming up short, only taking 2. And Willie gets out of the matchup. And the big question here, where I think SU is trying to force, is do you put Chugs in now, pull him up early to get rid of this Kazuya?
I feel like with Endothia able to take 2 stocks, I think you can wait on the hero to come out, right? I feel like you can give Picamare or Swift Baby, anyone else, an opportunity to come in and take this 1 stock against Kazi. And if you can, it feels like an absolute game changer. But then again, you run the risk of a 3 stock to come through from Willie's Kazuya, which we have seen time and time again. And that could be enough of a threat to put Chugs in now to handle this last Kazuya stock, but I feel like the work that Endothia was able to do might prevent that from coming through.
Yeah, and we get the slow-mo replay on this one. Armoring through the down smash, too. I didn't even notice that the first time. And in the words of Kevin Clayton, pizza roll DI. I don't even know what that means. But it means Endothia doesn't hold on to that stock, is what it means. So Endothia now 0 for 2 into Shenandoah, and that's great news for this Hornet squad, because coming into today, I would not have really believed that if you told me that preemptively, but a smart decision here from UNCG to not be baited. We have our sneak preview of the next answer for UNCG, and it will be Camellia's Min, the response to deal with this Kazuya, and I think this is objectively the correct decision.
Yeah, I feel like this makes a lot of sense. Min, a very good character into Kazuya. Kazuya's entire game plan is go in close and try to steal stocks, right? Hit electrics and get up in your face. And Min is a character that it does a great job at avoiding that. Has a lot of range that they're able to work with. You can see the moves, the longer grabs as well. The ledge guards are very prominent from this Min character as well, so we'll have to see what Willie can do, but already unable to touch the Min thus far and already built up to their Rage Drive 104%.
Yeah, it's a nightmare matchup. I mean, Willie only going to get a few opportunities to even land a move, and so far all of them have been quickly closed, as Willie still has not landed a move onto this Min, and Min, I mean, so far being pretty surgical with their hitboxes, keeping Willie at bay. Good timing there from Willie, but again, just stuck on the ledge a little too long, and Min goes up and finishes it. It will be a clean stock from Camellia's Min to take care of Willie, and now, unfortunately, someone else has to deal with all 3 stocks on this Min.
Yeah, Min now able to secure that last stock on Willie and preserve the 3 stocks of Chugs as well on the back end, right? So this is exactly what UNCG was trying to accomplish with the Min going in, able to do it beautifully. Nice to see smiles on the faces of the guys, right? Some laughs coming through. Igloo, the one to sit down in the chair on this Yoshi and or Samus. Expect it to be Yoshi to come through and see if they can handle these last 3 stocks here for Min.
Yeah, I agree. It's, you know, you go into every match expecting to win and believing that you can, but this team has been aware. This team is so complimentary of UNCG. Like, we here at Shenandoah are big UNCG fans. I have no problem in saying that. And this team has been put on to UNCG's strengths all year long. And so when the playoff draws came out and we saw that UNCG was round 2, there was a bit of a feeling. And so, I agree with you. I'm glad to see that the players are clearly not letting emotions get in their way. You know, you always want to play with emotions, but you don't want to get emotional. And I don't think they are here. They're clearly still going out, having fun, just playing Smash at the end of the day against some very, very talented opponents.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Yoshi looks like into the Min Camellia, the one piloting the Min as mentioned previously by you. But already, I mean, Igloo playing a lot better into this Min, 63% built up, able to approach in the air a lot better than Kazuya was able to do so, and able to put together a couple strings of some aerials, but nothing substantial just yet, as Min able to get back a lot of percent already, now back to even pretty much on these first stocks.
Yeah, very close here so far, I have to say. Igloo already keeping this a lot tighter than Willie was ever able to, but it's still a long way to go, unfortunately, against Min. It's going to take a lot more of those interactions, but Igloo finding them pretty consistently and going off stage there to connect the forward air. Doesn't even need the sour spot after all the work he had already done on that stock. Spot dodging the grab too, and here we go again.
Yeah, able to put up another great up air string, going for these forward airs, trying to find their way through the shield, but cannot get anything off of them. Still a pretty high percent and great extra credit coming through from Igloo's first stock, able to survive for a long while here. 150 built up onto Igloo's first stock, 56, and possibly a little bit more here as they get another aerial combination to go through. The up tilt is there, but finally that first stock gone, but not before Igloo's able to put 77% back onto that second stock of Minden.
Yeah, Igloo getting aggressive too. We saw that down smash almost come out, and Camellia barely able to avoid it, or interrupt it at least. But now Igloo's starting to find some trouble here as Min starting to find their value, but the chase down smash, going off stage for the Nair, is able to make it back. Not quite an overcommit. Gets that forward air that he has very much implemented into his game in many different aspects, but not enough to take the stock just yet. 120% now on this Min as they establish their game plan at center stage and keep Igloo at bay.
Yeah, able to play great range thus far. Spot dodge from Igloo to try to find an approach, but was instantly grabbed, ripping the up smash as well, just trying to secure that stock off of Min, but could not quite find it. A Nair going just low of Min there as well. A back air connecting, an up air, up tilt up air. That will be the one to finally find that stock, but still dangerous percentage here. Let's see what Igloo can do here and if they can preserve this second stock.
Yeah, again, very different story from set one here. You look up at the top of your screen and you see that the stock count right now is only separated by 1, and make it 2. I didn't even see what happened, if the jump got eaten or what, but Min now 2 nights in a row SDing their stocks based off the sheer aura of Shenandoah. But no, a tough break there for UNCG, and Shenandoah now takes a 2-stock lead going into UNCG's third player.
Yeah, and I wonder what that third player is going to be, right? I mean, you have Chug sitting there in the back. You still have the Sephiroth as well. Pika Mare has not played yet, and they looked very good into Igloo's Yoshi. Was able to win out on that one, surviving with 2 stocks of their own in that even 3-stock to 3-stock matchup. So maybe you continue to save Chugs to the anchor position, right? I feel like it's very doable for UNCG to do that and have full faith that Chugs will be able to go on a run if needed, or you try to put out the fire now. Igloo playing very, very well into that Min and could possibly have a change of pace into that Sephiroth and really put SU up with a substantial advantage.
Yeah, hard to say. I see arguments for both once again, but looking at those replays, man, Igloo got real comfortable into a matchup that, again, is not very fun for Yoshi. But Igloo making the most of it, and yeah, I have to say that's a little intimidating. If you're UNCG or really anybody watching this series, right, you don't want to let a player like Igloo, who again is not necessarily the flashiest, not necessarily the big, again, statistical anomaly that Willie and Kip can be under the right circumstances, but you certainly don't want to let him become that statistical anomaly. Yeah. And at this pace, Igloo's starting to look like he just might if, again, you can't put out this fire fast enough. Oh my god, that was scary.
A charged up smash there could have done a whole lot of damage onto Igloo's second stock, but it is going to be the Sephiroth, Picamare, the one to come through to try to put out this fire. Performing very well into Igloo in that first set, able to survive with 2 stocks after taking 3 there. A parry coming through the launch, but won't be able to find a kill, but still build up quite a lot of percent. That one will be able to do with the aerial connecting, and Igloo now down to their final stock.
Yeah, 1 more stock remaining. Sephiroth, though, taking a good amount of damage. And again, I said it in the first set, like 91% is very much kill percentage for Sephiroth. He does just die. It's what Sephiroth does. So just a question of, can Igloo find it, right? Can he get in? Can he find his kill moves against this character? It's going to be hard, though, with hitboxes like that. And Sephiroth playing smart, playing to charge around. Oh, no! Wow, okay, not going down to it just yet. That was a great play by Picamare, but not enough to get away with the stock. So Igloo now likely just looking to get 1 here before going down up to 120%. The wing now on board as well, and Igloo caught in the Octoslash, able to tech it off the stage, so it won't take his stock just yet. But again, the range going to be a problem for Igloo if he can't get in through all of these sword hitboxes coming out now from Picamare.
There's so much space that they're able to work with. The back air is their 1 stock off the board here on Picamare. Exactly what you want to do if you are Igloo into this matchup. Let's see if they can somehow steal another one. Playing towards the edge here, looking for a potential forward air sweet spot spike through the egg. But again, Picamare not approaching, not allowing that to happen, and Sephiroth able to secure that stock commandingly and survive with 2 of their own.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've come to expect it from this player. Very, very strong Sephiroth player. And again, Sephiroth, a character that I haven't really seen this level of success. Like, I want to be a Sephiroth fan so much. I play some Sephiroth on my own. But again, just especially in the context of all the DLC characters, Sephiroth just is not to that same level. But Picamare not letting that get to him and making this character look very, very threatening. And I have a lot of respect for that, as, again, it's moments like that, having the awareness, the spacing down very consistently to be hitting these sweet spot back airs, taking stocks, and keeping the enemy very, very much at bay as much as possible.
Now looks like Eyes was the one to sit down in the chair there just a moment ago, so expect the Palutena to be the answer into Picamare's Sephiroth. I mean, that is expected, right? We're putting... Sorry, I got distracted by a prod room.
I don't know what's happening.
I hear a lot of noises going on. I'm so confused. But anyways, it'll be Eyes going in on the Palutena to try to secure 2 stocks here against Picamare's Sephiroth and have Kip now the last line of defense, the anchor coming through from SU, who looked very good into the Sephiroth and was able to secure that last stock. But still, you got to think, waiting in the wings, who is it? Chug's hero still there, the anchor for UNCG.
The Scorched Earth matchup, too. Yep. I mean, it was the one that SU could not afford to put Kip into, but unfortunately UNCG just not falling for it. They will hold on to this hero as long as they need to, and it's going to take a lot from Eyes here to try to force Chugs out early, but anything's possible, right? Eyes unfortunately getting hit by the fully charged side B here, so has to avoid those and will take the damage, but not string it into anything worse. So ultimately not a bad situation as we get the grab off, string it into one there, and starting to cook up some damage here.
Yeah, going for the side special as well, just to try to catch a late get up, but cannot find the damage or the angle of that. Instead, it's a roll, and Sephiroth able to recover quite cleanly. Going in for a close grab is Palutena as well. But you can see this matchup up a little bit more even than we saw earlier. But just as I say that, Picamare able to put up some good damage with a couple of grabs and aerial combinations able to land. 78%, however, not incredibly dangerous, but again, that down smash close to yet another shield break opportunity for Picamare. Eyes struggling to really get anything going again, not approaching as much as they were to start this matchup.
Yeah, and Owen air dodging the wrong way, not able to be back to the ledge. I understand trying to avoid that neutral B is a huge hitbox, but getting a little too far from the ledge and can't make it back. So Eyes 2 stocks left though, and does get hit by another side B, so have to respect that timing. But a good way to avoid it is to force Sephiroth into his shield, which is exactly what Eyes does. So making the most of the moment, forward smashing at the ledge. Picamare getting pretty aggressive here, but you can kind of afford to do that when this wing is online. Those smash attacks start to gain super armor, and Sephiroth gets an extra jump as well. So this character definitely stronger as you see the jumps coming out. Wow, short hops, this is impressive. But not falling for it just yet.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, the ledge guard, the potential of a back air there does so much to a player's recovery.
Whoa.
Won't be able to get back. That's the second stock off the board for this Palutena. Another recovery option as well. I mean, look how much damage, just 30% off of that attack. And I mean, right now, Picamare playing super well. Granted, in kill threat, if Eyes is able to find a combination into a back air, an up air, whatever it may be, to try to find this kill. But right now, it's just struggling to get anywhere near Picamare in this Sephiroth.
Yeah, 120% now onto this Sephiroth. Eyes forced again to respect the side B timer and getting hit by the counter as well. We'll see the fully charged neutral B, and Eyes able to get the timing, does not die to it. Back on the ledge one more time. The back airs start coming out. Down smash as well, and the counter once again able to come out with enough timing. We'll see it fully charged again. Can he get the roll? Can't quite do it. Very hard to get away from that neutral B. And sure enough, Picamare keeping this train rolling and forcing Shenandoah's last.
Shenandoah's last player sitting down in the chair here. Playoff hopes dwindling here, or at least survivability into the potential top 8. It'll have to be a clean sweep from Kip to keep this team alive in 2 straight sets. But I mean, right now it feels super hard knowing that there's 2 stocks still available for Picamare on the Sephiroth, and the matchup of all time that you do not want if you're Pac-Man, this hero matchup still waiting in the wings.
Yeah, and again, just 1 stock at a time, right? It's at this point you can't afford to get too hung up on what's waiting in reserve. So I expect Kip to just go in and get the job done. And we'll get there when we get there. But 2 stocks on a very talented Sephiroth player here. And again, Shenandoah keeping this close. It is only 2 stocks separating these 2 teams. 5-3, the final count here, at least in this moment. And Kip, if SU is to keep their NACE season alive and get a bid for the first time into the NACE Super Conference to play with the best of the best, it's going to take Kip knocking out this Sephiroth without too much issue.
You have to find these 2 stocks cleanly and go up into chugs on the hero with 3 stocks remaining. But right now, Kip trying to find some sort of mix-up. We'll finally be able to get an approach to go in, but already good percent built up on Sephiroth's side, 42, with just a couple of combinations. Nothing too crazy, just some stray hits getting tossed out left and right. But Kip doing a great job at still maintaining space, avoiding some of these really large hitboxes, and trying to set themselves up for some success with their fruits, whatever they are pulling out of their bag. But already 82% with just a couple of hits.
Yeah, and another factor I forgot about, Sephiroth's one wing only comes out when the game determines that he needs help coming back. So it's not a set percentage like, you know, a Terry Go meter or the Rage Drive or other comeback mechanics in the game. But part of that equation takes into account the fact that Sephiroth had to SD at the start of the game. It's a part of Sephiroth that it makes him pretty strong in these crew battles because, yeah, the wing came out at 60%, and it makes Sephiroth quite a bit stronger and not as lethal as other comeback mechanics. You know, this is not Arsene or anything like that, but it's a factor, and it comes out way earlier because, strictly speaking, Sephiroth is down a stock against Kip, and the game doesn't know that we're in a collegiate crew battle and that UNCG is up 2 stocks in the grand scheme of things. So just a little thing going Sephiroth's way here, and a factor we didn't really get to talk about earlier.
Yeah, the Bell will connect, but won't be able to convert that into a kill. The Apple getting tossed out as well, just trying to buy any sort of space that they can with the Hydrant. Is Kip, the down air connecting. Apple again in the space of Sephiroth, but the setup coming through. Sephiroth waiting on that ledge for long enough to be able to recover and find that first stock off of Kip, while still surviving with 2.
Yeah, and again, we're starting to see Sephiroth try to catch Kip sleeping with the Octoslash at the ledge. It has worked a couple times with, you know, Eyes got hit by it, and I think Igloo also got hit by it once or twice in the first set, but Kip not falling for it yet. And, I mean, how about Picamare using the Hydrant again to continue these combos and catching the up smash there from the neutral get. Picamare is playing real hot right now, I have to say.
Pigmare has been playing unbelievably well. A Bell connecting into the area will secure that stock, but still Kip fighting from behind, it seems like, right? A counter coming through. We'll be able to get a combination to go through, but still very even stock percentages, a roll out of the forward smash, but still both of these players in a pretty tricky situation to try to stay alive and secure this last stock. And for the side of Picamare to secure a series win, and for the side of Kip to see if they can make some magic happen.
Yeah, and again, the aggression does not stop from Picamare going up with those up airs, that massive hitbox. Getting away with some damage, and again using that extra jump to go chase Kip all the way up to the top and sending Shenandoah home in their NACE playoffs. A strong showing from UNCG, which we've come to expect from such a talented team, but SU falling just short off the backs of their best NACE performance they've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, what a performance from this roster. Only dropping 3 games all year long in week 1 and the 2 here tonight. An extremely dominant run from the Hornets all year long here in NACE, but UNCG, the Titans that they are, able to show up and play unbelievable Smash Bros into another very unbelievably talented team.
Yeah, like I said earlier, right, I'm not afraid to say that we are UNCG fans around here at SU, so certainly hoping the best for them in their future as they bid their way into top 8 and secure another Super Conference appearance in their future. Shenandoah, again, with Igloo on his way out, make quite a splash in the NACE Smash scene, and you certainly can't complain about that, especially with the wins that this team racked up along the way just to get here.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable performance in groups, going up against FIU, winning out on that one. A rival in ODU as well, securing that one 2-0 in their group standings as well. So a lot of great wins from this team, a lot of very hard-fought victories, and, well, just a great time to be able to watch this team evolve and grow over the course of this season and continue to bring smiles to our faces every single Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. This team's been a lot of fun and created a lot of moments like last night.
Yeah.
But the good news is their Smash competition for the semester is not over. While they are now out of NACE playoffs, their NECC run continues tomorrow against...
Fisher.
Fisher, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Fisher Varsity.
Fisher's varsity team, which is, again, going to be a toughie. But Shenandoah, with the win last night, means that even if tomorrow does not go their way, their season is not over, as NECC is double elimination. So plenty of Smash still left to be played for this team. So that doesn't do it for their season, and it also does not do it for us here tonight, because we have Rocket League in just 30 more minutes. So you won't want to go anywhere. I believe that we're going to take a break between games and try to switch our stuff over to Rocket League, and we'll be back here shortly, assuming we're ready to take that break. Okay, looks like we're going to wait and see if maybe we get an interview from the Smash players. So we're going to hold off for just a minute on this break and continue to revel on a strong season that Smash just had in NACE.
Yeah, I mean, Smash, of course, playing very, very well. We do have Rocket League later here tonight, as you mentioned, in their playoff run, playing very, very well. Pagani, Mango, and Kiazi, the ones, of course, in the driver's seat all semester long, playing very, very well, growing, figuring out what their team identity looks like. We've seen this team kind of flip-flop between Mango up on offensive pressure, back on the defensive side, but I think we've kind of got a solution to what we are looking to do here on the Rocket League side of things, and hoping for a deep run from our varsity Rocket League team here, which is kicking off tonight. So very exciting matchup coming your way in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they've got a tough one tonight too against Northeastern in their NECC playoffs, with a best of 7 too. So a long Rocket League series tonight against a strong team in a bit of a, I guess I don't know that I want to say a must-win, but we will break that down later when we prepare, or when we are underway with our Rocket League show. Sounds like we are going to throw to a break. So again, you won't want to go anywhere for at least too long, as we will be back here for a series at 9:30. We'll be on camera a little bit before that to break down that series, and we will see you there.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.